garage. This time we're going to do a little project car revival, if you want to call it that. This here is my 79 Ford F-150 that was my great-grandfather's that I inherited over the years. It was my dad's and now it's mine. And I used to drive this thing everywhere until a fire happened. And I thought the whole truck needed to be rewired because it was an electrical fire. Luckily, I just popped the hood because I was bored and it was a couple wires. So I'm going to show you what happened. We're going to do a little walk around the truck, show you the truck. And then I'm going to put a battery in this thing and see if I get to crank up. If I can, that's pretty freaking awesome. And I'll have to rewire two things. But right now, just to see if we can get to crank up, that'd be awesome. But yeah, let's do a little walk around and I'll give you some history on it. And maybe if I can find some pictures, show you some pictures of the whole process, how this truck came to be. So what we got here is a Ford 400. And originally the truck had a 351 modified, and me and Dad were driving somewhere when I was probably 12. It had been a push rod, blew a head gasket, and that engine has disappeared. I don't really remember what happened to it. I think we gave it to a buddy to rebuild it, and we just never went and picked it up. But this is a 400 that was freshly rebuilt in 2015, 2014, I think 2014 probably. There's no telling. There's probably less than 15, 20,000 miles on this thing. There's no way I drove it that much in the past 10 years, I don't think. We've had some upgrades. It's got aluminum intake. It's got a full barrel carburetor, Holley double pumper. I've got a MSD type billet vacuumless ignition with an old style MSD box. Now you look at the wiring, you ignore that. Because you gotta remember, I was 16, 17, 18. I mean, I'm only 26 now, but when I built this truck, I was young, inexperienced, and I didn't really know what I was doing. And Dad was always gone on the road. So yeah, let me show you what happened. So this wire right here, again, I'm an idiot, was run to the alternator, and it ran the volt gauge. But it was hot all the time, so I would have to unplug the gauge. Well, one day, me and Dad were trying to pull something with this truck. I believe we were trying to pull the diesel that's in the shop out here. And I broke the chain, I broke the hook point on the chain, and so I was cranking it and killing it, cranking it and killing it. And this wire just didn't have enough, I guess it just got too hot. This wire melted, it melted across the fan wire here, the trigger wire for the fan. This wire ran from here all the way inside into the gauges of the truck. And so the volt gauge is probably bad. But as you can see, which, yeah, wiring looks like shit, we're gonna fix that one day. The ground for the volt gauge is here. So it just got way too hot. Luckily, that's the only thing that's burnt. Don't mind. You know what? To this day, I have no idea what this wire does. I think it goes to the radio. I don't know. But yeah, so let's do a little walk around. You see the rats chewed in my nice seat cover. And the reason it has a seat cover is because of that. Now, here's the problem with this seat. Maybe you four guys in the comment section can tell me. I know you can get kits to reseat these, put a new seat cover on them, whatever you want to call them, from LMC, but none of them have this design. And I want to keep this seat because this is the seat my great grandfather sat on when he drove the truck. I never got to meet the man. He died when I was 2 and he lived in Iowa. This is an Iowa truck. So I mean, she got some rust in the drip rails, and she's got some rust back here, and a little bit in the bed floor because the water sits. And you know, all these trucks, the paint fades right here real bad. This dent, which is hard to see on video, this hood was pristine when I was 12, 13, we pulled the old engine out. And this hood was popped up against a tree, and my dad, we were using the tractor to pull the engine out, and we had the shredder attached to it, and he backed the shredder wheel right into the hood right here. And my dad is still upset about that to this day. But I think it's funny. It's a good memory, so I'm going to keep it like that. This was my grandfather's toolbox. Get out of here. And he put this toolbox in here. Unfortunately, the rivets are broken, and the top is dented. But it still functions. Put your little tools and trinkets and stuff in there. Let's see. Oh, this door's locked. Lock this door. But yeah, it's a pretty clean old truck. You know, some a little bit of rust. My dad put those wagon wheels on it whenever he first got it back 20 25 years ago, I guess, because I'm 26. I was a year old. I was 2, so almost 25 years. I've got some pictures of it when it was from Iowa, where it looked really clean. Like, this truck was pristine in Iowa. It had 50,000 original miles when my dad got it. Now it's got 100 and I don't know how much, because we've done a lot. So the engine is basically new. I need to change that gasket right there because it leaks. Transmission got rebuilt 3-4 years ago. It's a C6 automatic. The rear end's out of a Bronco because I blew up the original rear end because the axle was bent and it kept leaking fluid. And one day I was driving home from school and, you know, she just gave out. So she's got a 350 gear in the rear end now. So you really can't drive this thing faster than, 50 miles an hour or so. Because this whole, I don't know, it's big block, small block, whatever you call these damn things. Don't like the RPMs. We've got aluminum radiator, electric fans. She don't rip, but she's fun to drive. And she's a factory AC truck. No AC compressor. I have a vintage air kit from my buddy. And hopefully one day I get to put that on. But yeah, so this is the only wire that was melted except for the ground wire. So I'm going to take the battery that still has 12 volts. And we're gonna put her in there and see what she's gonna do. But yeah, as you can see, we've got a lot of project vehicles, which we're eventually going to work on all these. I'm tired of them sitting here. This one ran perfectly. Transmission went out, set for 2 years. I cranked it up because I got a new transmission for it. Lifted the head gasket, has a lifter tick, so it needs an engine. And the back glass got busted out of it when someone was mowing, so that's why the tarp's there. This truck was really, really, really nice when I bought it. I paid $2,500 for it in 2020. I got it from my ex-girlfriend's dad, my then girlfriend's dad at the time. This truck was immaculate. I hate to see this thing rot. This thing is definitely going to get fixed one day. This truck needs a clutch and some coolant lines. I drove this truck all in high school, along with the brown truck. V6 5-speed, very fun truck. That was my grandma's truck. She passed away. That was her baby. She drove this thing everywhere, and she was not a good driver. The rear brakes and the front brakes lock up on it, and there's something wrong with the front end, but it does run. We've used it. It ran out of gas the other day. But we're going to do that. And then the last vehicle is my dad's girlfriend's truck. It needs a whole bunch of work. But this truck is pretty freaking sweet. It's purple, short bed, 6-cylinder, automatic. This truck is gorgeous. It got rear-ended at one point. I hate that. But this truck is awesome. We brought it here, and we're going to start working on it too. And then the other truck that was sitting right here, actually it was sitting over there, is up at the main house, and Dad's been working on it, and it runs and drives now. And that is a 68 F100 6-cylinder that we put a cylinder head on it and some other little trinket stuff. I think he just put a gas tank in it too. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can get this sucker fired up. It's gonna fire me up, and then see if we can rewire this real quick. Really don't need a volt gauge, but I'd like to have one besides the dummy light. So stay tuned. The amazing thing about this battery, it's been sitting for 13 months. The fire happened literally 13 months ago, almost to the day. And it still has 12 volts. Crazy. This is a good battery. Put these inside. Look this up and look and see what happens. Now we gotta do the sparkles test. I'm not. See, what is this going to do? I feel like I need to. I don't remember, but I think this goes behind it. I'm almost certain that's how it goes. Okay. got sparklers. Fucking door open. What the hell's on? I remember doing this either. I don't hear anything. Let's see what happens. Let me get some. Probably some brake cleaner down there. Oh, that's nice. Yep. Where is it? Look. All right. All power, Bubba. This thing, is it out of gas? She's out of gas. Wait, there's a gas jug. Got gas in it. Let me go see if I can find it. Dadgummit. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of advice. I don't know if you can tell, but none of our trucks really run except for my daily. And my daily's at my house. I didn't drive it today. I drove my little red car. So I need to go get gas for this thing. But this gas jug that don't have a cap. It does, but it's broke off. So, see? As with that, hey, I borrow your Suburban and go get gas? Yeah, of course you can. Didn't realize that all them fumes was going to fill the car. I had all the windows down. And somehow, no matter how fast you went, it got worse. I had to drive home with my head out the window because I was coughing and I couldn't breathe. So don't do that. I probably killed a couple brain cells, but that's okay. I need a funnel. Let me go get a funnel, put some gas in it so we move the thing around. I'm worried that that gas tank might be full of crud now. It had a little bit of gas, but didn't have a whole lot. You gonna arc this time, Damon? bit of an oil leak where the electrical wire that got on fire was laying against the plastic for the oil pressure gauge. It's leaking now because it melted through it, but it runs. We got an oil leak from that oil line right there. We're gonna let it run though. It's not too bad right now. Hear them bald eagles. This truck has never failed me. Alright, we're gonna kill it so I can fix that. So what I'm gonna do for now, because I don't have a plastic or copper line, I'm gonna take this, which is the original sending unit, that's just a dummy light, and I'm gonna thread it into the back of the block. I won't know the oil pressure, but I know it's got good oil pressure because it did have 50 on the gauge when we just cranked it up. So that's what I'm gonna do right quick, and then we're gonna drive this thing out of here and take it up to the house, and then I think I'm gonna go home, get my truck. I'm gonna trail this thing home because they don't have insurance on it, or else I'd drive it home. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So it's stripping, trying to strip. I thought it was standard, but it might be metric. Let me see if a 14 will. Oh yeah, it's interesting. It's metric. It's interesting. There we go. Yeah, baby. I was worried I was going to have a big problem on my hands. No, I do not. Hopefully it won't leak. Shouldn't leak, I guess. stuck in the mud, of course. She's stuck. So waiting on Padre to get down here and give us a little tug out of this hole. Put some ATF in it. It's fine now. The transmission is low. It must have a little leak somewhere. The ascending unit's not leaking, and the fan's kicked on. So the fan wire, the alternator wire was running across the fan wire. I was worried that it melted through, but now they're working, which I am going to replace that wire eventually, but right now it's working, so it's not going to overheat. So yeah, now we're just waiting on Padre to show up. So yeah, probably going to be a couple minutes. what's the plan with this truck? Well, keep tinkering with it and eventually get it back on the road. I mean, I could drive it now, but it needs a shakedown and it needs insurance. Got to rewire the alternator gauge, the volt gauge, because that's the wire that burned up. And then I would love to put 275 gears back in the rear end so I can cruise this thing 70 miles an hour. Because right now, with these tires and 350 gear and the C6, you're getting about 55 mile an hour at 2,500 RPMs, which that's a lot for this old engine. You can drive it at $3,000, but it's not fun. It's kind of violent. And I feel dumb because the truck sat for a whole year because I thought the whole ignition system had to be rewired because I thought, so what happened was we were trying to, you've seen that white diesel in the background of some of my NASCAR videos. That's coming on the channel. That's a whole story I'm not going to get into right now, but I was trying to pull it from the house where we loaded this up on the trailer to the red shop. And I was trying to use this thing to pull it out of the hole because it had been sitting for about 1.5 years, and I was cranking it and killing it, cranking it and killing it, and the alternator volt wire was hot all the time because I wired it straight to the alternator, which is the wrong way to do it, obviously. I've learned my lesson. And it was laying on top of the ground wire, and the ground wire went to the floor, and it was run up underneath the dash out to the hood, and it was laying across. Well, that wire got hotter and hotter and hotter from cranking, and then it melted through, shorted out, and there was no fuse on the wire, so the wire became the fuse and the wire melted. I thought it was the ignition wire, so I thought my MSD box was going to have to be replaced. I thought I was going to have to rewire the whole truck. So I literally shut the hood and parked it and like got disgusted with it because I was really upset with myself for letting that happen. But I'm very, very stoked now that the truck runs again, and it runs great. For sitting for 13 months, literally sprayed that stuff in the carburetor and just cranked right up. I could not be happier. This truck does not fail to run. So yeah, I'm super excited. It's home with me where it belongs. This is my truck. I like having it with me at all times. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.